Hello, this is a video about the repair of the keys for BMWs. These keys fit the 5 and 7 series, that's the E39 and E46, although there are other types. Here's two keys. This one is not too bad, as you can see, well maybe hopefully you can see, but this one is actually all worn out here because it's had obviously a lot of use. So the idea is to repair this key. The reason we're doing this obviously is if you go and buy a key from your local BMW dealer, it's going to be very expensive. Okay, so the idea is to get a part like this and replace this in here. This part I bought off eBay, and I'm in the UK, in England, in Colchester. That's the oldest recorded town in England, and it was £7.59. I think it was £1.50 for the postage. So that's the plan. Okay, the first thing to do is to take the key to bits. Very simple. Little screwdriver, just prise that part up there, and then there's just two Phillips screws to take out. One, two, lift the cover off, and there we are. Now what we need to do now is very carefully to take the inner part out. Try and make sure that you keep the battery in position. The reason for that is if the battery comes out and it's out for more than 30 seconds, you'll have to reprogram the key. There's another video that I've uploaded to YouTube to show you how to do that. So here we go. Just gently get in here, and if we can lift this part out, keeping that battery in position. There's also another part in here which is very important. There's a little part here. Can you see that? So we just lift that out. For goodness sake, whatever you do, don't lose that. Just put it to one side. The next thing is just to lift this part out here. That's obviously the part that presses down, that makes contact on this part here, on these sections here. Be very careful to keep that battery in position. Now if you look inside, you can actually see where this part actually fits, and I'm just using a little screwdriver here to pull this back, and this rubber part actually starts to come out. So very gently go around with the screwdriver, pulling the original part out. I've also used a little pair of pliers, and you can see it actually coming away quite neatly. You can distinguish the rubber part from the actual plastic part, so it's just a question of pulling it away, and you can see we're taking the rubber part out. And now you can see it's coming away quite easily just by pulling it, and you can see, look, it's coming out, and just continue on until the whole thing's out. And there we are, the whole part is out, and you can see this is well and truly have it. Now the next thing is to take the new part we've bought and just push it into position. But needs a bit of fiddling around to get it in position, but just persevere until the buttons appear over the top of the little serrated edges here. So there's the first bit in, yeah, and I've used a little screwdriver, there's a little screwdriver again, just to lever it up and over it so it holds it in place. Now to do exactly the same thing for these two buttons here. There we have it. all the buttons in place. It's the little serrations around here that actually hold it in place. And there's the old one. So it's just a question now of reassembling it in reverse order. So this is the part that goes in first. Make sure you get it the right way up. It goes that way up in there, because that's the thing that's going to make contact on the printed circuit board. Now the all-important little wedge goes in here. Get that in position. Just use a screwdriver to get it in place. Looks about right. Jolly good. Now for the mechanism, making sure keeping that battery in position. I say if the battery does come out, have a look at the other videos I've uploaded, and it shows you how to reprogram the key, or the keys in fact. So it's a question of popping the cover back. So here we go, popping him in, popping the two screws in. Screw number 1, screw number 2, and this bit here, popping that in, and there we are. The key is repaired. So here we have the key all assembled, and I hope you agree now that it is a lot better. When I press this, there's the button lighting, button lighting, button lighting. So there we go. Hope you found it useful, and hope you're able to repair your own keys. Bye for now.